Oh shit. Okie dokie. Not your usual open. Usually I have music. Not usually you'll just see the background and you'll hear the music. I give it like a minute or two. Some relaxing jazz, some nice background music to open up and get the word out. Like Instagram says, we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. Well, I hope the right follower gets it. It's been an interesting ride. I've done this. I've never done an Instagram like 10 times in one night. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you. Welcome to the Hot Pudge IG Live. I'm getting tired. Welcome to Hot Pudge IG Live, episode 60 something. My name is Pudge Fernandez, your host, as always. Yeah, episode 60 something. We're officially in season 3. Holy shit. Holy shit. Do we have our guests? Do we have our guests? Is our guest here? Do we have our guest? I just sent out a request.
All right, here I am. Where
I
are
hope
you?
she gets it. Sandra, if you're there, just hit accept and you're in.
Damn, man.
Just hit accept. Oh, we've done this like 12. Okay, it's officially, I don't know. We've done this like 12 times. We're just having some difficulties with the technology. And I totally get it.
I got me,
Don't
Buzz.
hate
Where are you?
because a year ago, I didn't know jack shit about half this technology shit. So I've come a long way. I'm not an idiot. I'm just stupid. I moved up a ladder, the ladder of technology, so I'm getting better. I've gotten some help from people. What's up, man? How's everything? Yeah, so waiting on Miss Lopez. There we go. I'm gonna send you a request, Miss Lopez, and just hit accept, and you're in. You're so close. You're so close. This has been the most craziest start. I'm 60 episodes in 3 seasons, a whole year, and this has got to be the most craziest start ever because I've literally done this intro a dozen times and I've deleted it a dozen times because I'm having technical difficulties with my guest. Totally acceptable, totally cool. Not knocking her because hey, I had the same problems. Let's refresh. It's the 1-year anniversary of the pandemic, of the shutdown in New York City.
Damn.
We just did 1 year, and wow, what a year it's been. I don't even want to speak about the outside shit because we're just gonna have a fucking headache. There she is.
Okay. Are we here together now?
It's official. It's official. You're in.
We're in. We're here. We're together. Oh, time's up. Gotta go. Bye.
No, we got some time. This is a new. I was telling everybody that we've done this like at least 12 times over the last 45 minutes. That you were having some technical difficulties, and no hate on my part because I too had problems in the beginning with technology a year ago. So it takes time. It takes time. It's a pain in the ass, but hey, we did it. We're here. Let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Newtown High School alumni and retired teacher Sandra Lopez on Hot Pudge IG Live, Season 3. How are you, Sandy? Thank you.
I am so cool. I am so glad to be here.
You made it. You fucking
I'm
made it.
here. Gotta
Holy
go. Bye.
shit. Holy shit. I mean, you're laughing. I'm laughing because I can't express. We did this like 12 times. We've been doing this, and you finally made it.
I'm here. So let me ask you. How do we know who's watching us?
Don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. Don't worry.
I gotta know my peeps in here.
I'll let you know if I see some peeps.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I see some peeps. But basically, let's just stay here. Don't think about anybody else. Don't worry. This is gonna be we're gonna post this so everyone will see.
Oh,
Later
look at
on.
my background. Who's better than me?
Yeah, you was the Netflix.
I don't know what the hell that is. I was doing like I was on Ambien. So now I don't know what that is. I had one picture up. Now it's all going through my head. It's gonna be distracting.
No. All right, let's leave it alone. Let's just go with the flow.
I'm ready. What do you want to know?
What do I want to know? Sandy, Newtown alumni, Newtown teacher. Let's go in chronological order.
Okay.
You're from, where were you born and raised? Are you a Queens native?
I was born in Bayside.
Okay, Queens native. Born.
Hey, and don't be dissing Queens. You always diss Queens.
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought someone was dissing Queens around there. All right, yeah.
No.
I was born in Bayside, and then when I was 8, I had to move to Jackson Heights because my grandparents had to take care of me after school because my father got a job where he worked days and my mother worked days. So here I am in Jackson Heights at 8 years old. Went to 149, 145, and then my baby, Newtown.
So you went to junior high school 145.
That's right.
Right, okay. John Leguizamo went there at 145. Right. Yeah, it was right a couple blocks from Junction Boulevard. I'm familiar.
No, it's on 80th Street. You know who else went there? Eric somebody. He was the he was working for one of the administrations. I can't remember right now. His name was Eric something. He was like the Attorney General or something like that.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Hey,
okay. So what year did you start Newtown?
1969.
69. Good year. The Mets won the World Series. I like that.
Hey.
So what was Newtown like in 1969?
Okay. We went to school. There was six classes a day. We went to school from either
6. That's it?
That's it. From 7:30 to 12 or from 12 to 5. Wow. So if you were a freshman or sophomore, you went from 12 to 5. If you were a junior or senior, you went from 7:30 to 12. Plenty of time to get in trouble.
Yeah. So yeah. How did we go from those classes to like a full day?
Well, I guess we had almost 6,000 students when I graduated. And you know the funny thing is we didn't have any lunch periods and we graduated on time. We didn't have this, nobody went to summer school. Very few people went to summer school. It wasn't like it is today. And that was that. And let me just state, there was no pool.
Yeah, okay. That was a running joke on the Newtown alumni. Yeah,
right.
Okay. It was first of all, it was a running joke on the alumni page, and yes, it was a running joke on freshmen. It happened. They told me the same thing when I was a freshman. I was actually in the band. I was in the bands, and our band room was upstairs, by the roof, and there's a door that led to the roof, and so the seniors were like, "Yeah, the pool's right out there. Come tomorrow with your swimming trunks." Hell of a joke.
Let me tell you about that roof. I was up inside the tower. I mean, climbing up the rungs inside the top of the tower. That's a whole other story, man. Okay. Oh man, I was everywhere in that freaking school.
Were students allowed in the tower?
No, I was a teacher who was friends with the custodians who opened up. There was a roof. There was a door in the ceiling of 547, and we went straight up 5 flights, and I was in that room.
Wasn't the where the boys' gym? Isn't that the stairway that leads up to the tower?
No, it was near the girls' gym. It was 547. It was the music room.
Oh, okay.
When you walked up to the music room, there was in the ceiling was a door, and on the wall was a rung of a ladder. And you could climb the ladder, open the ceiling, and walk into the freaking tower. And I was in there.
You must be the only person I know. I mean, Jesus, I don't know anybody else.
I am the school historian. I know all the secret rooms. There was rooms on the other side, like there was a like a triangle, and you'd walk into it, and it was like a storage room. I was in there. I was everywhere.
Wow. So let me ask you. When I went to Newtown, we were known. I remember seeing this somewhere, but we were the most diverse high school in the country.
That's right.
And I was like, whoa. I was shocked, but then not shocked because I remember all my classmates, and we had people from all over the world. It was ridiculous. Were you guys that diverse in 1969?
Absolutely not.
No.
There was blacks.
Okay.
Blacks, Irish, German, Jewish, and Italian, and that was it.
Very basic. Okay, the basic.
Yeah.
Okay, because Elmhurst, Queens, at one point was the most diverse, city in the country, and Newtown was the most diverse.
It said it had more students that had more people in Elmhurst, in Jackson Heights, were born outside the United States than inside. But that was when I was a teacher, not a student. When I was a student,
yeah, right. So
it was all white.
So in '69 was very basic. You only had 6 classes. Was the mall even up? Yeah, was Queens Center Mall even up? No.
There was no mall, but the 6 classes, we didn't even have lunch. There was no lunch. And you know what? We graduated on time because our parents would have killed us if we didn't.
Was White Castle there in '69?
Of course.
Okay. I'm trying to picture what the
You know
neighborhood
what there
was like.
was? There was a place called Fairyland. Fairyland was an amusement park.
Right. I heard that. Somebody told me that there was an amusement park before the
Yeah.
mall. Okay.
And before Newtown became anything, it was an agricultural school. But then they opened John Bound. That became the agricultural school. So the field was agriculture.
Did you guys have Newtown Field in 1969?
Yeah. We did. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 6 classes, no mall, White Castle, yes. You had the field, never a pool, and okay. And everybody graduated. Definitely a different time. And you lived in Jackson Heights.
I lived in Jackson Heights, right.
So you graduated what, 73?
73.
So another excellent year. Actually, when you graduated, I was born. So
So was Joey.
You're right. We're the
So was
same
my
age.
son. I hate to say that.
No, we were in the same class in the 8th grade. I transferred. So how is Joey, by the way?
Joey's doing great. He's working for Social Security. He's got 3 kids. Made me a grandma 3 times, and his brother too. His brother's got 2 kids, and they live in New Hyde Park. And let me just tell you, being a grandma, you wait till you're a grandpa. It's the best thing in the world.
I'm good for now. No rush.
I understand.
But yeah, totally. Tell Joey I said what's up.
All right.
Yeah, I remember in junior high school, I transferred to his class in the 8th grade, and I remember him talking about you, being an English teacher in Newtown. And I got to tell you, I never got you as a teacher in Newtown, but I knew who you were. I think everybody knew who you were.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, I wish I would have had you as a teacher because I see it now and I saw it then. You just have this tremendous amount of energy. And I would have loved to have you because I probably would have got an A because I always did well. No, I always did well when there was a vibe. It just had me, it had my attention, and some teachers just didn't.
You know, the truth is, you got to entertain. If you entertain, you get their attention, then you can teach them anything. That's the big deal. That's it.
I never looked at it. I feel every teacher was different in their own specific way, and some of them were. I guess you know what? Now do you think about it? Now do you mention it? Yeah, they were entertaining. Some of them were, which was captivating and kept our attention. But some of them just didn't get it.
I know.
And I had trouble with those. So it's like, it is what it is.
So did everybody. Listen, I went to Newtown. I had trouble with them too. We can sit here. I'm not going to mention any names, but it's funny because
no names.
When I started teaching, my teachers were still there.
Wow.
So when you say Sandy, and it may be hard for you not to call me Mrs. Lopez.
Yeah.
I had to call every freaking teacher I knew by their first name.
That's funny.
It was weird.
So you graduated in 73. What college did you go to?
I went to Queens College. I had Joey when I was in my last year of high school. So I went to college. I went to college 11 years at night.
So you carried Joey while you were in Newtown?
Oh, yeah.
So you were a senior, and he was attending Newtown already.
That was his first year there, yes.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. His first year there so his first year in Newtown was 1973.
The year he was born, yes.
And he graduated with you?
He graduated. You know what? He was at the graduation. He was. You know what? You ask him, he'll tell you. He hated it. He was at 1,000 graduations of mine.
But still, he was inside of you in 73.
No.
He was born already.
He was born in January. What happened was,
okay,
he was born a day before Martin Luther King's birthday.
Okay.
And I was a good student. I went to school until that day. But that weekend I had him, and that was it. Then I went to night school for 2 classes. I only needed 2 classes. Then I went back to Newtown and I graduated.
Okay.
And he came with me. He was there. And,
hilarious.
Yeah, I know. And then I told my mother I didn't want to go to high school. I wanted to go to college. And I went to college 11 years at night.
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
So I know you. It was the same. You had to get a master's, right, in order to be a teacher.
No, you had to get a BA to be a teacher, but then you had to go back and get your master's. I have the equivalent of 3 master's degrees. Wow. I got 1 master's and the equivalent of 2 more.
So after Queens College, where did you continue?
I went to Queens College, and then the union had courses, and I took graduate courses through the union, and I also taught them.
Oh wow!
So I taught graduate schools as well as went there.
Nice. That sounds like a pretty good system compared to today.
Well, yeah. We had. Let me tell you, it was a trip.
So, so when you were officially able to be a teacher, were you able to pick Newtown, or was it luck of the draw, or how did that come
Well,
about?
what happened was I started at Grover Cleveland.
Oh, okay, right, Master.
Yeah, for 6 months. They accessed me. Accessing is when they don't need you anymore because they have enough teachers and you're the bottom. So the secretary of Newtown High School, her sister was a para at Grover Cleveland, and they said they have an opening there. That was my dream. My dream was to come back to my school. Let me tell you, that's my home. Newtown is my home.
What year did you start Newtown?
I started in '85, February of '85.
85. And how did it feel walking in there after?
Oh my God! Like I was
that,
home. Like I came home. You don't even know. I am like Newtown's historian. I was on every committee, anything there was. I went to 19 proms. You know how you go to a prom? You do work at the school. You volunteer. I went to 19 proms. And you know what's funny? There's something called the leadership class. That class was started in 1973 when I went to Newtown. They chose 7 students to be in that class. I was one of those 7 students. And then, as a teacher, after you graduated, you know, there's student government.
yeah.
I taught that class. I had that class for 7 years. So I was involved. There's nothing I wasn't involved in. There's no committee I wasn't on. I am Newtown.
I'd say so. I don't think, is there, how many, I've heard, I saw on the alumni page, there were some teachers that graduated from Newtown also?
Like about 50 of us, at least 50 people graduated
Really?
from it. It's a place we loved. It's a place we loved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody is from Queens, from the community, and,
Yep.
and wow, and they all went back home to Newtown.
Yep. Yep.
So
That's our place.
So your first year back in '85 in Newtown, well, was good, bad? Was there any surprises? What was different? What was different?
Nothing. Nothing was different.
Except you were in charge.
Well, you know, that came with time, but yeah. Even the first year I was there, I got invited to the prom because I volunteered for everything. I can't explain to you what Newtown means to me. You know, you hung out with people when you were a kid on this block. I hung out all over Queens. But when I was at Newtown, that's my home. That's my home.
So you started it, and what year did you retire?
2011.
2011. How many years total? Because I can't do the math.
Okay, 26, and that was because Mr. Bloomberg ruined the system.
Yeah, I remember when he was trying to shut it down. What the hell? What an idiot.
He ruined everything. He ruined the city. He ruined the country because everybody followed him. He was an asshole. All he wanted to do was bust the union, and it was awful. They didn't bother me. Nobody bothered me at Newtown, but they were getting rid of everybody. They were trying to get rid of everybody. It was a horror. It was a horror show. It was just a horror show.
It was like a 2-3 year period where I kept hearing Newtown shutting down, Newtown shutting down, Newtown shutting down. I'm like, why? How? It makes no sense. I mean, I'm still live in Queens. I still live in the area. It just makes no absolute. What were they going to replace it with? I mean, what were they talking about? Charter school?
There is a charter school in Newtown. The 4th floor is a charter school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
About 5 years ago, I think. I can't be sure because I left, but.
Okay. What I don't get it. Why was he trying? He was trying to bust the whole teachers union.
Yeah, he was trying to bust the union because Giuliani wanted to bust the union, and Giuliani couldn't do it, so he's going to come in and do it for him.
Yeah, because Giuliani gave him the blessing, and that's how he won.
It was a horror. That's why I had a kid in my class told me Ronald Reagan was president for 122 years. So I said to his, I went to the kid's report card, and I said, I was the only one failing her. I said, what the hell's going on? So I said to the science teacher, what's going on? He goes, I had to pass somebody. Otherwise, we would have gotten fired. That's what it was like.
You know what? A lot of politics. It's all. I feel like it's like everything else. It's all about numbers. It's all about, you know, and the system's flawed. It's messed up, and a lot of people, a lot of students, unfortunately, are paying the price.
Oh my God, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. We're not teaching anybody anything. We're not teaching anybody anything anymore.
I tell you what, I got my first taste of what the New York City's public school system actually was when I went to South America. I went to Colombia as a kid. That they send us out there and spend time with the family over the summer, and I saw my cousins, and they were the same age, maybe even a younger by a few years, and I saw their homework. It was ridiculous. I was embarrassed because the language barrier. Fine, I didn't speak Spanish fluently or read it, but when it came to math and science, I recognized it, and I recognized they were way ahead of me. It was just a different system, and they don't mess around. And this is why. And then over the course of time, you always hear in New York, or even just the country alone, we're just so far behind everybody else. It's ridiculous.
They don't let us do what we were put on this earth to do, which was teach. They don't. Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful.
It's embarrassing. I was a kid that was embarrassed looking at and they were like, "Oh, look at my work," and and I'm like, I don't know what you're doing because I'm not even near that. I'm not even.
I went to Greece, and those kids spoke English. Oh my God, they spoke so well. And I taught ESL as well as English, and they could speak English. They didn't. Oh, it's so sad. It's very sad.
I don't know where I read somewhere, but it's like we transport our minds from other countries. We can't grow our own. Like we don't have this.
It's got a lot to do with parents not being around, not being able to help their kids. It's got a lot to do with that. When I was teaching, the parents didn't come to school. You're going to listen to a parent after. If I tell you 6,000 times your kid is not doing what he's supposed to do, you don't want to do it anymore. The parents have to engage. The kids have to engage. Look, I always say the teachers are there every day. We're there every day. There are bad teachers. Of course there are bad teachers. They're bad everything. But it's just really sad. It's a sad, and it's getting worse. It's just getting worse because no one will let us teach. They won't let us do what we do. They tell us what we got to do, when we got to do it, how we have to do it. That's why I left. I couldn't stand it.
I've read and I've heard a lot of opinions in regards to what's being taught and what's not being taught. And one of the biggest things is they're not teaching us about life. They're not teaching us accounting or banking or taxes or economic, or just how to cook, like how to basic functions. That they're teaching us these subjects or these subject matters that don't do us any good. And then we get out and we get in debt. And we get our first credit card.
Yes.
Or we don't know how to pay. We don't know how to a checking account or a savings account. And we don't have any of that knowledge about credit scores or anything like that.
Write a check. Well, we don't write checks anymore, do we?
But I'm saying
that's old school.
I mean, I know I fell into that when I was a kid. I didn't know anything about real estate or mortgage or banking or any of that stuff. It's like
voting or anything.
It's like it's just this fundamental, knowledge, but it's knowledge for what?
Exactly. Like when was the last time you used algebra?
Yeah.
You need a certain basic knowledge, but after that, I believe after 10th grade, you should decide where you want to be in life. If you're going to be in college, it's one track. But you know what? As a matter of fact, you know that when I went to high school, there were 3 diplomas. You could get an academic diploma, a commercial diploma, which means you could type and all kinds of secretarial work, or a general diploma, which means you didn't know anything.
Okay, but at least there was some kind. Yeah, I was just reading into that in some countries, when you graduate from high school, there's no such thing as, per se, a college, but you go to a university to learn your trade.
Your trade, right.
Off the bat. So you literally start. If you want to be a lawyer, then you immediately start learning about law. If you go to be a doctor, then you start taking your sciences and your mathematics right away. Not the
or a plumber or an electrician or something. Right. I know.
Right. Look, yeah, it's a university, but it's not like a college where you have to do English 101. No, and then it's like you have to go to high school plus, and it's just and then they're graduating younger with careers.
When I went to college, I was glad I took those general courses because it did make me a better rounded person. But we graduate kids with nothing. If they're not going to college, they got shit when they graduate. They got nothing. What do they have?
Yeah. It's
they don't have a skill. They don't have any skills.
I don't even know. I don't know what the future holds. How many students did you say graduated with you in '73?
Oh, okay. So maybe there was maybe 5,100 kids and 5,000.
All right, 50, 51. So, and what was graduating in the 2000s when you were still there? Because it went up, right?
Okay, about 600.
Whoa.
Well, let me start again. There were 5,000 kids in the school. So let's say there were 1,700 graduates.
Right.
Out of the 1,700, 1,200 graduated. Today, 600 graduate. And they don't graduate. Oh, God. These Regents diplomas, these bullshit. You know, the diplomas you get today, a Regents diploma, you English, you have to. Believe me, they didn't have to know English to graduate with an English Regents. It's sad.
So Regents diplomas are just what?
If you got all of them, it's good. But I'm saying to you that it's like, well, let's try to pass them. Let's give them. Did they say this and this? Did they say that? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Now, is this just the New York public school system, or is it like more nationwide?
It's Newtown, not New York State.
New York State.
Yeah, that's that. But they make you pass them because they have stupid rules when they don't really belong passing. It's crazy. It's just craziness. It's just craziness. But you know, I want to say one thing. I want to talk about pedophiles.
About what?
Pedophiles.
Pedophiles?
Yeah, because I want to tell you something.
Okay, here's a twist.
Okay. There's never been a teacher, a coach, a doctor, or this, or that, that's ever been a pedophile. Never. Never.
In Newtown?
Never. Anywhere. And I'm going to tell you why. When you're a bank robber, okay, do you go to the post office to rob banks? No. You go to a bank.
Right.
When you're a pedophile, you become a teacher. You become a coach. You become a priest. You go where the people are that you want to abuse.
Right.
People have it backwards. They think teachers are pedophiles. No, pedophiles are teachers. Got the difference? A pedophile is a teacher. A teacher isn't a pedophile.
So there's a lot of that going on, you say, in the school system.
Everywhere, but they're not teachers. They're pedophiles that find. You got to go where your people are going to be to abuse.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that when they blame teachers for that, oh, he's a teacher. No, he wasn't a teacher. He was a pedophile.
To begin with.
Right. Where do you go when you want to abuse a child? You go to where the children are. Where are the children?
Schools.
Right.
Boy Scouts. Yeah, I've heard the story. Yeah, I remember one. I mean, the only one. Well, one. I know two instances. One was in junior high school, where a teacher got kicked out for making out with a student, and that was the first time I've ever.
But he wasn't a teacher. He was a pedophile who became a teacher. It's exactly the opposite of what we think of it. And that really, where are the unions? Where's the clergy that says that they're not what their profession is pedophile, but they go into those professions to get their children to abuse them.
Was that happened a lot in Newtown over the years?
There was a couple. There were teachers that married students.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to name names, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did it work out? Did they ever work out?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. One teacher married a crazy student, and that was crazy. But the other one, yeah. Okay. But there also was guys that there was one teacher who did it in the closet, and they came in and they went to the closet and they examined the closet, and he ran into the service so he wouldn't get caught.
The teacher?
Yeah.
So the teacher got caught with a student.
Yes, but he went into the service so he wouldn't have to get arrested.
Oh wow. Okay, quick getaway.
But he wasn't a teacher. He was a pedophile.
Gotcha. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I've only heard two instances. One in junior high school and one in Newtown where I knew somebody who was seeing a teacher, or
Well, you and I are gonna have to talk offline.
Yeah, I just happen to know, through the grapevine.
Don't say who.
No. I'm not.
Let's not out them.
No.
And it's
But yeah,
usually, and you know what? The difference is, when you're a woman, you look at these kids, you go, wow, in 10 years he's going to be cute. You don't think of them as cute as a kid, because they're kids.
yeah, crazy.
But boys do come on to teachers.
I remember. Yeah. I mean, puberty was pretty nuts. I'm guilty.
What the guy say? No, I don't. I can't get up. I can't get up.
I remember some pretty teachers in junior high school and Newtown too. It was and those hormones are raging,
Of course they are.
to say the least.
But the teacher has the job to be the professional.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit. Never thought of it like that. That's very enlightening. Scary though.
Watch your daughters.
Yeah. Scary. Holy shit.
Yeah, shit happens.
So 26 years. And what was like maybe the highs and the biggest high, the biggest low?
Oh my God, being in charge of the student activities. That was. I can't even describe how wonderful that was. I was in charge. I was co-in charge of the graduation, of the prom,
Okay.
of all the dances, all the blood drive. It was the best time of my life.
So you were in charge of my freshman mixer?
Not me. That was young. You were younger then. I was in charge in 2000.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But it was a dream. It was a fucking dream come true.
Because it was fun.
I taught one class a day. The rest of the day I planned activities.
Oh, wow.
I was in charge of the student government. I mean, I used to get to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the cops, the security, the janitors would all be in my room hanging out. Little did you know, we were all going out on Friday nights and getting freaking bombed.
You know what? Funny, you should mention that. Teachers getting bombed. I just feel it like in my gut because I had some personal experience with a teacher once. But I feel like teachers are the biggest closet party animals on the face of the earth.
Oh man!
I don't want to share my experience with a teacher online right now, but
I'll talk to you privately later.
But I have a friend that's a teacher, and I had an instance with a teacher, and I think like there's like this secret underground like teacher party. I don't know, but you guys get fucked up. I just see it, and you guys get hammered, and you're basically wild children.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you guys let your hair down, and I can see it. It reminds me of the military, where it's like train hard, party hard, and we will go.
Oh my God, yes.
We will go through some shit, and we will blood, sweat, tears. But when we're off duty, it's a wrap. And I see you guys in that mode. Am I right?
After, oh my God, after the dances, we all went out. I used to go out with the cops. You know the cops that hung out at the school?
Yeah.
I was best friends with them.
110
Also, I lived in the neighborhood. We all hung out at this one bar in Donegal's. Oh my God. We had so much fun. There was not one thing in those years that I was in charge of the activities that wasn't fun.
Because when you're a student and we're looking at you guys, you guys seem like so
straight.
Yeah, straight, dork. They go home.
You know me, Pudge. Look at me. Who am I?
But as I got older, I realized you guys have a life of your own after hours.
Pudge, you know how I was at Newtown. How would I be? Come on, I am party girl. We had so much fun.
Yeah, but no, I realized as I got older, I was like, holy shit, you guys really get down.
We did.
You guys really get down. Shame. I just hear stories. But holy shit.
Oh God, yeah, we had fun. We had a lot of fun. Like I said, after the dances, we go out. We go out on Friday nights. We hang out at the bar. You'd be surprised at the stories.
How many principals did you go through while you were there?
Okay. I went through Randy Ross, Barbara Green, Tim Finucane. Who else is after Tim? Who was after Tim? Oh, and John. And John loved me. Thank God he loved me. because he made me in charge of all the activities.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, we had so much. You know what he used to make me say to him? He used to make me say, "I meant what I said, and I said what I meant." An elephant's faithful 100%. That's Dr. Seuss.
When I was in Newtown, he was he vice principal of the math department?
Yes, he was. Yeah, and you know he's a fun guy.
You know what? I never had him for math, but I did cross his path once because I believe it was my sophomore or junior year, and I had got a hold of some bathroom passes. And I'm in math class trying to sell them. So I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to unload. I got two. You know how much 2 bathroom passes? That was good money back in the day. It was just weird. I just happened to get my hands on 2.
Did you get in trouble?
Yeah, the teacher called me and she sent me to his office, and he just looked at me and shook his head, but nothing came about it. I don't know.
He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were in the office and he was talking to, it was like the student government. Every month we had to go there. And he's talking, he goes, and at the climax of the meeting, and I look at him and go, the climax of the meeting? He said, climax. You know what they say, climax for the students?
Yeah.
I'm like, he looks at me and goes, all right, just keep talking.
Yeah, we're hypersensitive. Yeah, we hear it.
And I'm the type that would use that word, not him.
He seemed genuinely like a nice guy, and
he is a sweetheart.
I also had, the one teacher I got to know pretty good because I had him for 4 years, Mr. Shanae. He was the music teacher.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. How long was he there for?
Forever. You know who I had? I can't sing worth of shit. I can't sing. But I was in my senior year, and I had nothing left to take, so they had me in what was it? Chorus. So I said, I can't sing. They said, all right, you'll be the secretary, Mr. Burkhan. And I was his secretary, and I took attendance. And that was like so funny. You know, when the Twin Towers fell, I was in that room, and I watched them.
Wow.
And 2 seconds before they fell, I had to go to my class, and they fell down.
I actually, you know what? On that day, I actually walked into Newtown and pulled one of my siblings out.
Wow.
And it was the oddest thing because it's something that probably I couldn't have gotten away with. To walk in the front door, past security, upstairs, directly into the room, and pull her out without anybody questioning me.
How quiet was it? How quiet? That day was so fucking quiet, man.
Like I said, it was the oddest thing to walk into a high school, and I was a grown man by then, and nobody stopped me, nobody checked me. I literally walked into the class and said, "I'm taking her," and pulled her out, and the teacher didn't. That's how mind numbing that day was. Yeah. I walked in and pulled her out. It was crazy.
I've never seen a sky so quiet as I saw the sky that day.
Yeah, it was a long day.
Quiet, man. And it was, like I said, I was up in the tower watching the one tower burn, and the other tower had fallen. And right before I went downstairs, I had a class that day. As I went downstairs, that's when it fell.
Were there a lot of what was the feeling of the young kids seeing this, going through this? What was their feeling?
They asked us to stay that day. Who could stay? Because there were kids whose parents were down there. It was just quiet. It was quiet.
And so kids actually stayed in school?
Yeah, and it was just I can't explain how quiet it was. I can't explain how quiet it was. It was just a quiet day.
And how many kids actually took it personally and actually, that you know of, enlisted into the military after
Oh
that?
my God, I don't even know. But yeah.
What did that happen? Because I've always read in the history books about how Pearl Harbor, like, it was this huge trigger across America, and
same thing. I don't know how many, but I just remember I was with Mr. Sanchez. You remember Mr. Sanchez? I don't know if you remember him. Mm. He was a social studies teacher. We were sitting outside. At that time, I was still smoking. We just sat there, and I just remember how quiet. It was so quiet. It was eerily quiet.
It was a long day, to say the least.
Oh
Long,
my God.
long day. And it was yeah, like I said, to walk into a high school and an adult man, and nobody stopped me, questioned me, challenged me into a classroom, and it was some eerie shit. That's not going to ever happen. Hopefully, not ever going to happen again.
Oh, let's hope not.
Fred Rock says hello.
Who's Fred Rock?
Whoever he is, he says, Sandy.
Yo, Fred.
Here's the thing with Instagram. Everyone doesn't use their real names.
I know.
It's like,
hey, Fred, how you doing?
It's confusing as hell.
I hope, I put us on Instagram before we got on.
Oh, you know what? Let me ask you something. As a teacher, how did you see the evolution of technology and social media change with these kids? Okay, bad question. That was a bad question.
Oh my God.
Was it for the better or for the worse? Where'd you see technology? Because you was there when I was there, and you made it through the 2000s. So, what were the pros and cons? Okay, pros and cons.
Okay, there's no pros. There was no pros.
Oh,
I remember a teacher who was getting observed, and her principal and the assistant principal came in the same day, and she couldn't even start the video. She was like, "Oh my God, it was hot." Let me tell you something. We started putting our grades online. I was shitting every day on that. Oh my God, I had to have some kids help me. It was the worst. The worst.
Was there a transition period? Did they give you laptops? Did they give the teachers tutoring classes?
No, I don't. You know, I was in the attendance office then, and I just remember begging people to help me. I couldn't do it. Oh my God, it was awful. Oh my God, you don't know it. To be me or my age group,
So I'm sure this is not you. I'm sure there was a lot of teachers who were
not
having
just
trouble.
me, but oh my God, I let me tell you, every time it was time to put those grades in, once they got me online, I was okay.
But it took a while. It took a while.
Did I have trouble getting on here?
Yeah, you did.
Let me explain this to you. This is my line. I live in Jurassic Park because I am a dinosaur.
Totally. I mean, I was telling people before, if you're a dinosaur, I'm a Neanderthal. Because I'm like,
no one is worse than me. No.
Okay, I'll give you that because it took us about 12 times and 45 minutes to even get this interview started. But you made it. You made it.
I'm here.
How was the social media change with the kids?
You know, let me tell you something. I used to be the smartest person in the room. I'm not even the second smartest person in the room. I was trying to explain to kids once about typewriters, and some kid went on his phone blah, 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 and showed me, oh, there's a typewriter. I'm like, oh, fuck. You don't even know.
Did you see kids cheating more because it's all in the palm of their hands? Because I can't imagine.
No, because I wasn't
the access.
I wasn't in teaching that long when that happened. So at that point, you know, I remember a kid coming to me and showing me a thing of graffiti on the wall that he had taken a picture of. And I went, oh my God, it was a flip phone. He can take a picture.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's all right. It's all right.
Because I know you were there in the 90s when I was there and before. And then you're on the flip side. That had to be some transition period.
There's no way I could do this shit today. No way. Zoom, you better invite me because if you don't invite me, I'm not there. I mean, I went on do you know what Jitsi is?
It sounds familiar. I don't know.
Jitsi is a Zoom that's free.
Okay, it's the new one. It keeps
right.
evolving.
You gotta go up. That's where I went online when we did the Alumni for this month.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Like a Zoom.
I can't keep up. No,
you can't. You're freaking 48 years old, man. I'm freaking 150.
I'm trying. I'm almost there. I'm in there. Let me ask you. So, as a teacher, I want to know what's your insight and opinion over this last year and these kids being out of school. I'm hearing a lot of different things.
Okay, here's my deal.
Are they hurting? Are they getting left back? Are there going to be more kids left back than ever before?
Elementary school is fucked.
Okay.
It's fucked because that's where you learn everything you need to learn. That's where you learn it all. You learn your math, you learn your English, you learn your social. You're fucked if you're in elementary school. It's awful. The rest, it doesn't matter. What do you learn in high school that's so important that you need now? Tell me
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
Okay? Tell me something you learned in high school that's so important. I mean, I was an English major, so I learned my English stuff, all my reading. But if I didn't learn it, so what? Math teaches you how to organize, logic. But it doesn't,
Right.
it's not the math that teaches you. Social studies, it's good to know.
Yeah.
But if you don't know it, what the fuck? So it's just elementary school. They're so screwed. They're so screwed, elementary school. I feel so sorry for those kids. They need an extra year. You're going to have 13 years. The rest doesn't matter.
Speaking of math, pro or against the new math, which I think was 80 hours.
Did I say fuck that? Did I say
Okay.
fuck that?
Okay.
Let me say it. Let me just say it.
Sandy's
Fuck
against the new
that.
math. Okay.
Let me
just
tell you
checking.
something.
I wasn't sure. You know,
When I was
like,
a kid, we had new math too.
Is this thing on?
When I was a kid, every day we came home from school, and by the time I got home, I was finished with my math, with my homework. I was finished. I did all my homework in school if I could possibly do it. Today, every kid needs their mother, their tutors, their this, their that shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't.
It's different
understand.
time. It's a different time.
I know. My
I
grandkids have tutors for everything. It's amazing. It's just amazing to me. You don't. When I came home, when my mother came home, I was done with school. She never had to help me. I don't get the difference. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
It's a new generation. Some people are blaming technology. Some people are blaming we're too soft. We're not. You know, the kids are. You know.
I just
don't
don't
know.
explain it to me.
Yeah.
I did everything at home alone. My parents worked. I didn't need their help. I just did the shit. I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, and it's too much technology. You don't see even kids in the street anymore. They're all indoors. I don't
That's
see
another
kids.
thing.
I don't see kids in the street. I think I was part of the last batch of kids on my block that used to play. I don't see kids in the street anymore playing together.
Oh my God! If I told you what I did on the street, you'd die.
Yeah, me too. I got
I used
stories.
to hang
Yeah,
out in the village. When I was 12 years old, I hung out in the village.
Sandy, getting down in the village.
I was getting down. Oh God, it was so bad. The things I did that I didn't get in trouble for. Oh God.
No, I've told my kids. I think I started taking the train in the fourth grade.
Yeah.
Definitely fifth. I think fourth. I'm pretty sure fourth, and definitely fifth. By the way, what are you drinking?
I am drinking.
That's a long answer. It's a very simple. You know, it's simple.
I am drinking vodka with peach vodka.
Okay, listen. Happy retirement. Peach vodka.
Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not?
Peach vodka. Unfortunately, my drinking days are over. But that's another story.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm retired. My liver is retired.
No, I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I don't have any problems with that shit.
No, I did. So, too many years in the military kind of launched my alcoholic career, so I had to.
No, when I'm having fun, I'm having drugs. I shouldn't even say drugs.
Uh-oh. Freudian slip. Listen, you're retired. It's all good. You can do anything you want. You did 26 years.
When are they going to legalize marijuana?
Not soon enough. Not soon.
You know what the problem is? I'll tell you what the problem is. Our stupid fucking governor is going to get fucked over, and we're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I know. He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
What a loser.
It's hilarious. You know what? I laugh. It's just all hilarious. All of them. They're all hilarious.
So you're being good with drinking?
Yeah, I just quit 4 years ago, so I'm good.
Oh, I don't have to quit because
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good to go.
God bless. Thank God. Maybe another 15 or something. I'll jump back in the mix. But for right now, I'm good.
As long as you can do it yourself.
Yeah. No, I do. You know what? I think, and you know this. We all started young. I mean, I was in Newtown.
Oh my God! I was 13 when I started drinking.
Yeah, and back.
Did I say that? I better be quiet. No, yeah, I was 13.
And back in my day, it was all about the 40 ounces, the 40-ounce beers.
Yes,
the
no,
40.
no. What was it? The 40? I can't remember the name of it. But you know what? We used to go to St. Bart's dances.
Okay.
I was like 13.
Okay.
But I didn't. I was a bad girl.
Okay.
That's fun.
All right. Well, no need to go further. It's not that type of show. Not yet. Okay. There
No, I'm
might
not
be
telling you.
there might be children watching, or whatever.
Oh,
We're gonna post this. We're gonna post this in the Newtown Alumni, so we want to share with everybody. But I'm sure we'll have.
okay.
What are they planning to have like a reunion or anything of that nature in the near future? Maybe?
They constantly have reunions of certain years.
Okay. Did they ever have a 91? I never even realized.
I'm sure they did. You gotta go by 101, 91, 21. Maybe this is your year.
Oh yeah, maybe. All right.
I have to say, I saw your picture when you were my son's age, and I did remember you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it wrong. I wasn't. I was in there, and I was. I wasn't.
Funny.
Yeah,
it's funny to see all my son's friends who are Newtown graduates, who are Newtown friends. It's just like what's his name? Now I can't remember. Raul, love him. Ramon, love him.
Yeah, Ramon. I just had Ramon on like a month ago. Yeah.
You think I didn't watch?
Yeah, I had Raul. Well, Seashell, I'll call him.
Yeah, I know Seashell. You know what that stands for?
Hilarious. Yeah, because he's a federal officer.
I
And
understand.
he doesn't. Yeah, so totally. But I thought that was hilarious.
He's one of my sons. Him, Raul. Excuse me. Him, Evo, Ramon. They're all my sons.
It's you've had. I feel like you've had thousands of children in those 26 years.
I love my kids, and I have. You don't know what it's like. I'm telling you, I can't even explain how wonderful it's been. It's just it's. I could sing. I won't sing because that'll be over. But it's just, I love those kids so much.
We got to wrap this up because
okay.
Instagram has us on a time limit. But I guess I want to ask you if you could go back and change anything. What would you have done differently?
Nothing. Not one fucking thing different.
I think one thing you could have, if you can change anything, you would have slapped Bloomberg and stayed in Newtown longer.
There you go.
I think you would have done that.
You're damn right. But this has been the most wonderful. My life has been wonderful. It's been a wonderful life.
Do you visit the school from time to time?
I haven't because I've been very upset with what went on before I left. But I saw John Piccolora a few weeks ago. My friend went and got a COVID test. And I spent 20 minutes talking to him. And that's just my place. It's my home. It's my home. That is my home.
Totally. Sandy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Oh, Pudge, I love you. I'm going to talk to you privately so we can find out those secrets.
And thank you for being so patient. I think 13th time was the charm when we finally got connected on Instagram. But hey, that's that Newtown perseverance. We don't give up. We fight, and we don't give a shit. We get it done.
Sweetheart, anytime, any place.
All right.
Again, I love you.
Thank you, Miss Lopez. Love you too. We'll catch up later. We'll do this again, and I'm gonna post this up on the Newtown Alumni.
And I'm gonna text you in a little while and find out all the secrets.
I only know one, but okay, no problem.
I'll take it.
All right.
Love you.
I'll see you later. Thanks.
Okay.
Night.
Take care.